Good evening and welcome to the Planning Board meeting for Monday, August 26, 2024. It is approximately 6 o'clock. I'm going to call the meeting to order. Before we begin our meeting tonight, there will be one general period of public comment during oral communications. Persons speaking during the general public comment period may provide the Planning Board oral communication on any matter concerning city business. The public may comment in person or by telephone during the public comment period. If you would like to participate in public comment period by making an in-person comment, please present a completed speaker card to the planning staff. If you'd like to call in to public comment, 818-238-3335 is the number. We will announce when the phone lines are open. Tonight's invocation will be presented by Vice Chair Wick, and I'll lead us in the flag salute. If you'll stand, please.
All right. Good evening. The invocation tonight is an inspirational quote from Martin Luther King. Darkness cannot drive out darkness, only light can do that. Hate cannot drive out hate, only love can do that.
Thank you. Please join me in saluting our flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Hi, how are you? Good. Can we get the roll call?
Yes. Chair Rosati,
I'm here.
Vice Chair Wick, Commissioner Makatumian,
Present.
and Commissioner Bennett.
I'm here.
Great. Do we have any announcements tonight?
There are no announcements, Chair.
No announcements. There is one public hearing tonight on the agenda. Now is the time and place for a public hearing for project number 23-0002978, a request for a variance to allow an unpermitted 116 square foot addition and a proposed 61 square foot addition to be attached to the side of a 1,048 square foot single-family dwelling unit with a non-conforming west side yard setback. And a project number 24-003075, a request to approve a lot line adjustment on the western property line to facilitate the subject property owner's purchase of approximately 4 square feet portion of the adjacent Los Angeles County Flood Control District right-of-way for a single-family lot, 242 West Ash Avenue, in a single-family residential zone, R1 zone. Before we begin, do any planning board members have any financial, legal, or other conflicts regarding this hearing?
No.
No.
No. Have any planning board members had any communications, or including written or oral, with any person regarding this project?
No.
No.
And no.
No. And Mr. Ramirez, have the notices by law been given on this project?
Yes, they have.
Are there any written communications on this matter?
We have not received any written communications.
Will the representative of the Community Development Department please introduce yourself and summarize the matter for us?
Good evening, Chair Rosati. May I
Sir.
please have the presentation? Good evening, Chairman, members of the Planning Commission. My name is Joseph Onyebuchi, Associate Planner. The project before you is a request for a variance and a lot line adjustment on a property located at 242 West Ash Avenue. The property is owned by Chris DeLeo and Carla Schwam, who are here this evening and are also the project applicant. The applicant is requesting a variance to allow an existing unpermitted 116 square foot addition and proposed 61 square foot addition to be attached to the west side of an existing 1,048 square foot single-story, single-family dwelling unit with a non-conforming west side yard setback, and a lot line adjustment to reconfigure a portion of the west side property line to facilitate the applicant's purchase of an approximate 4 square foot portion of the adjacent Los Angeles County Flood Control District right-of-way. The project site is located in the R1 single-family residential zone and within the low-density residential land use designation of the Burbank 2035 General Plan. The site currently contains an existing single-family dwelling, a detached garage, and a detached accessory structure, which is consistent with both the zoning and the general plan land use designations. This slide shows the aerial view of the project site. As you can see, the project site is an irregularly shaped lot. This lot's physical irregularity is the result of the acquisition of the northwest front corner of the lot by the Los Angeles County Flood Control District to facilitate the construction of the Burbank Channel in the early 1940s. Furthermore, the southeast rear corner of the neighboring property to the west that was also acquired for the Burbank Channel construction was subsequently tied to the southwest rear corner of the subject lot. This created a lot that varies in width across the property depth, gradually increasing in width from its narrowest at approximately 38 feet at the north front property line to a maximum width of approximately 76 feet at the southern property line, as shown in the project plans attached as Exhibit E. Prior to the construction of the Burbank Channel, the subject lot had a consistent property width of 50 feet as measured along the full depth of the lot, and was consistent in area, width, and depth with the surrounding properties along Ash Avenue, not affected by the Burbank Western Channel construction. This slide shows the project site and the surrounding area. The project site can be seen in photo number 1. Photo number 2 shows the western boundary of the project site and the abutting Burbank Channel bikeway and the Burbank Channel. The project site is obscured from view by the existing retaining wall, fencing, and landscaping along the site's western property line. Photos 3 and 4 show the remainder of the block taken from the front of the project site and show that the neighborhood is characterized by single-story, single-family dwellings. This is the site plan, which shows that the project site is developed with a single-family residence that was built in 1925 and is shaded in gray. The site is also developed with a 17-foot wide driveway, an existing 222 square foot detached garage, and a 392 square foot accessory structure on the east side of the property. The rear yard is currently landscaped area. An existing primary bathroom is located within the unpermitted structure, which is shaded here in red. And the applicant is proposing to reconfigure the structure by expanding the existing bathroom and adding a new laundry area. The applicant is also proposing a 61 square foot addition, shaded here in blue, to the unpermitted structure that will include a new primary closet. The proposed addition will extend the western facade of the unpermitted structure approximately 9 feet 2 inches to the south, and a substantial portion of the new facade will not meet the required 5 foot 9 inch side yard setback. A variance is a request to deviate from the current zoning requirements. This can be done when the property owner demonstrates that, under the prevailing zoning ordinance, a hardship which is out of their control and unique to the property prevents them from the full enjoyment of that property. As part of the application is requesting a variance to allow an existing unpermitted 116 square foot addition and proposed 61 square foot addition to be attached to the side of the existing primary dwelling. As previously noted, the project site is developed with a single-family residence and detached garage that was built in 1925. At that time, the lot configuration for the subject parcel was consistent with surrounding lots along Ash Avenue, characterized by 50-foot lot widths and approximately 140-foot lot depths. The primary dwelling was, therefore, constructed on a traditional lot and included setbacks appropriate for the time. The construction of the Burbank Channel altered the configuration of the subject property significantly, creating an irregularly shaped lot and a non-conforming west side yard for both the existing residence and unpermitted addition. This altered lot configuration has substantially diminished the potential for any building expansion or addition on the west side of the property. The driveway, detached garage, and accessory structure preclude any expansion along the site's eastern portion, and any expansion to the rear of the property would require demolition of the existing unpermitted structure and a significant reconfiguration of the primary dwelling to meet the needs of the applicant. The applicant is requesting a variance to allow the use of the existing unpermitted structure, which will allow the expansion of the existing bathroom, as well as a modest addition to include a new laundry area and primary closet. Approval of the variance will allow the applicant the ability to enjoy the same property rights as property owners of similarly zoned and surrounding properties with traditional lot configurations. As mentioned previously, the 116 square foot unpermitted addition attached to the west side of the existing residence includes a triangular portion of the addition that was found to be encroaching into the adjacent LAFCD right-of-way. That triangular portion is shaded in purple. Section 11-1-109 of the Burbank Municipal Code allows for a lot line adjustment between two or more, but fewer than 4 adjacent parcels, where land removed from one parcel is added to an adjacent parcel and does not result in a greater number of parcels than originally existed. The proposed lot line is outlined here in purple with the LAFCD right-of-way shaded in blue, and the subject property shaded in light red. The proposed lot line adjustment is necessary to ensure that the approximately 4 square foot portion of the adjacent LAFCD right-of-way on which the subject unpermitted addition sits, and which the applicant purchased from the Los Angeles County Flood Control District, will be incorporated into the boundaries of the subject parcel. This will also allow the legalization of the unpermitted addition and proposed additions, as the resulting residential structure will now be located entirely within the subject parcel. It is staff's assessment that the project satisfies all 4 of the required findings for a variance. The irregular lot configuration creates an exceptional or extraordinary condition that precludes the applicant from enjoying the same property right as property owners of surrounding lots with traditional lot configurations. The approval of the unpermitted structure and the modest addition will not be detrimental to the public welfare or injurious to property or improvements in the vicinity, because the location of the proposed improvements abuts the Burbank Channel Bikeway and would not affect any other residential property. Approval of the unpermitted structure and the modest addition will allow the applicant the ability to enjoy the same property rights as property owners of similarly zoned and surrounding properties with traditional lot configurations, unburdened by proximity to the Burbank Channel or the Burbank Channel Bikeway. Furthermore, the project satisfies the required findings for a lot line adjustment. The proposed lot line adjustment is in substantial conformance with tract number 7709, and exclusive of this requested variance, this lot line adjustment will not result in any nonconformities to the R1 zone development standards with regards to height, floor area ratio, landscaping, or open space requirements. The lot line adjustment will allow the 4 square foot portion to be located entirely within the boundary of the subject parcel. Apart from the standards that the applicant is requesting relief from through the variance, the project is consistent with the Burbank 2035 General Plan land use designation of low-density residential and the Burbank Municipal Code zoning designation of R1. Public outreach for the project was done in accordance with Section 10-1-1964 of the Burbank Municipal Code. Information regarding the variance and lot line adjustment was circulated in the newspaper 10 days prior to the hearing. Public notice with information regarding the variance and lot line adjustment was mailed out to all the residents and property owners within 1,000 feet radius of the project site. Staff did not receive any phone or email inquiries for the public regarding this project. Staff recommends that the Planning Commission adopt a resolution of the Planning Commission of the City of Burbank approving project number 23-0002978, a variance request to allow an existing unpermitted 116 square foot addition and proposed 61 square foot addition to be attached to the side of an existing 1,048 square foot single family dwelling unit with a non-conforming west side yard setback, and project number 24-0003075, approval of a lot line adjustment to the western property line to facilitate the subject property owner's purchase of an approximately 4 square foot portion of the adjacent Los Angeles County Flood Control District right-of-way, and finding the project categorically exempt under CEQA based on the findings of fact and subject to conditions of approval, which is attached to the project staff report as Exhibit A. This concludes the presentation on this project, and staff is available for any questions. Thank you.
Thank you. I will now invite the applicant or their representative to address the planning board. You will have a maximum time of 15 minutes to make your presentation.
Good evening, Chairman Rosati and everybody else. We do not have a presentation, but we are available for any question, answer any questions.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
We will now open up the meeting here from any persons who wish to speak on this matter. Each person may address the planning board for a maximum time of 3 minutes. For members of the public who wish to comment in person, please present a completed speaker card to the planning staff. For members of the public that would like to call by phone, 818-238-3335 is the phone number to address the planning board. Callers may be placed in a queue until all person in comments have been received. The phone lines are now open. Please bear with us as we get the first few callers through. Please, as a reminder, lower the volume on your TV or computer and take your phone off speaker when you deliver your comment. Madam Clerk, do we have any callers?
No callers or speakers.
Why don't we give it 1 minute? Okay, there being no public comment, I now declare the public comment period closed. Would the representative of the Community Development Department like to make any further comments?
We have no further comments.
Does the applicant or the representative wish to make any comments? And just for the record, the applicant said no. Does the board have any questions for staff or the applicant? Ms. Vice Chair Wick?
I just had a quick question for staff on items number 46 through 48 on the conditions. It had to do with the recycled water. It says recycled water shall be utilized, recycled water is available, and then it says recycled water is available in the future. I'm not sure if that's just like a general thing that's put in there. I just kind of want an elaboration on that.
These are typically conditions that we receive from Building and Safety and BWP, but we can go back and check to make sure there were no mistakes that were made.
Okay,
But generally, these are boilerplate conditions.
got it.
Any other questions or comments? Mr. Bennett?
I just wanted to ask a quick question. On the pictures, on picture number 2, I just wanted to verify. So, you said that all of this everything that we're dealing with is behind the fence that is shown in picture number 2. I think it's like slide 5.
Could I have the slide? Thank you.
There we go. Yeah, picture 2 there. So, yeah.
Yes, so this photo was taken from the bikeway that's
Right.
abutting the western boundary. So if you are on the bikeway, you're
Right.
looking, the house is on the other side
Sure.
of this fence and the landscaping and the retaining wall.
Okay.
Yeah.
So nothing that we're looking at here is changing as a result of this
Nothing
application?
will be, sorry to cut you off.
No.
Nothing will be changed as part of this application.
Okay.
And I think you actually won't see, that's kind of the point of putting this photo up, is that
Sure.
you won't see what the applicant is actually proposing.
Okay. No, that's good. Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Anything? Okay. I now declare the public hearing closed, and the planning board will now deliberate what is the board's pleasure. Vice Chair Wick?
Thank you. I support this. It's just one of those things where we sometimes have projects come before us that seem, I hate to use the word unfortunate, that a variance is needed, but it is needed, and I just want to thank the applicants for doing it right, for working with the city, for working with all the other stakeholders involved in this, because I know it's an arduous process, and so thank you for dealing with that.
Mr. Bennett?
No comments, thank you.
Mr. Mokhtarian?
Yeah, I think I live not too far away from this project and use the bike path quite often, and that was one of my main concerns is whether that fence will be coming out any further. I appreciate the way that you're thoughtfully preserving the character of the neighborhood, and yeah, I think with not receiving any public comment, and if hopefully you're on good terms with your neighbors, I see no reason why this can't be approved.
Great. My only comments are, I agree with staff's findings. I'm glad that you're bringing the existing structures up to code and included in your square footage, which is going to be a benefit to you in the future. And then, of course, I don't see an issue with 4 square feet, so that you're getting from the flood control channel. So I also agree with the findings. So, any other? Okay, Madam Clerk, will you take the? Oh, sorry. I thought. Did you make it?
I didn't officially make
Okay,
a
go
motion.
ahead,
I
make the
just said
motion.
I supported it, so.
Okay.
Where are we? Okay. I'd like to make a motion to approve a resolution of the Planning Commission approving project number 23002978.
We have a motion.
I will second.
Mr. Bennett seconds.
Can we, Chair, could we clarify, would that include, could your motion maybe be amended to include the other project number for the lot line?
Oh, yeah, the lot line
yes.
adjustment.
And the CEQA findings.
Yes. Thank you. And project number 24003075.
And the
And the
categorical
CEQA,
exemption?
and the categorical exemption.
Sure, and I will still second.
Great. We have a motion.
Thank you.
We have a second. Any other deliberation? All in favor of the motion, please signify by saying aye.
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 Aye. Opposed? And anyone abstaining? Motion carries. Thank you. All righty. Now is the time for oral communications from the public. Any person speaking during this period may address the planning board on any matter concerning city business. Each person may address the planning board for a maximum time of 3 minutes. For members of the public who wish to comment in person, please present a completed speaker card to the planning staff. For members of the public that wish to call in by phone, please call 818-238-3335 to address the planning board. Callers may be placed in a queue until all in-person comments have been received. The phone lines are now open. Please bear with us as we get the first few callers through. For callers, please remember to lower the volume on your TV or your computer and take your phone off speaker when you deliver your public comment. Madam Clerk, do we have any speakers or callers?
I believe we have one speaker.
One speaker, okay. No, come on up. and then
You can come up and speak and then fill it out afterwards.
You can fill that out after your comment.
Good evening. My name is Mike Valado. It's my wife Isabel. We reside at 3434 Brace Canyon Road, and we've submitted a request for approval of plans, literally to put a roof over an existing porch. And in order to do that, the plans require a sidewall to support the roof. So we went to an engineer, we prepared the plans, we submitted them to the planning department, and the department told us that they could not approve the plans because with the wall, it constitutes an addition to the FAR for the home, which which was, the second story was put on way back in 2007. So apparently it exceeds the FAR by 47 square feet. And so I'm here tonight to ask the board for a variance or assistance in securing a variance to allow us to put a roof literally over an existing space. We're not trying to add a room. We're not trying to add another story, Lord forbid, or anything of the sort. It's just to put a roof over our porch, which should have been done originally, and somehow we were all brain dead and didn't realize it at the time. But we finally gotten around to the point where we have some money in the bank, and we wanted to do this. I think I'm a big believer in a picture tells 1,000 stories, and so I brought for the board's review a picture of the existing porch right here. Okay, if you like, it's like in a courtroom since I am an attorney. If somebody wants to take this and submit it to you guys, you can. And then this is the plan. It's a rendition, computer-generated plan showing what we propose to do, which you can see is just extend the roof line over the existing porch with a wall. That's it. And it comes to 47 square feet. We were told that if we wanted to continue or complete this process, and I'll wrap up here, that we would have to submit an application for hillside redevelopment, okay, for our home at the cost of $11,000 for 47 square feet. Something's wrong here. Oh, that's why I'm here. I'm asking for the board to help us secure a variance for this very small job. And that's it. That's where I request your consideration of our request. I'm going to leave this here for you. And you guys can let me know what we can expect, when we can expect to hear back as to what we should do next, or what the board's position is on this. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Have a good evening.
Do we have any other public comment or callers?
No.
Great. So thank you for coming. Thank you for coming to public comment. Unfortunately, we can't do anything at this time. It has to be a public hearing. It has to be noticed. The good news is our staff here can help you, assist you through this process of how to go about getting your application to us. So, Mr. Ramirez, do you have any comments?
Yes, actually, believe our intermediate clerk, our clerical staff here, Diana, was actually emailing the property owners earlier today. I tried to email back myself, but I got a bounce back on one of the email accounts. So we're already scheduling a meeting to discuss their request. And you are correct, it's not an agendized item. And if they were going to seek some sort of discretionary approval that came before the commission, you'd probably want to maintain that objectivity until you've heard all the facts. So we appreciate them being here. We appreciate them commenting. And since they're here, they can, if they wait till the end of the meeting, they can talk to Diana about scheduling a meeting so that the planning manager, Mr. Planbeck, and myself can talk to them about their request and also discuss the code requirements that apply to their project.
Awesome. Cool. There being no further public comment, I now declare the public comment period closed. Now is the time for introduction of additional agenda items for the planning board members. Do we have anything we'd like to place on a future agenda not to be discussed today? Seeing none, okay. Now is the time for city planner comments.
Just one real brief one, and that is tomorrow night, the city council will be considering the vacancy for the planning commission.
Yeah.
So we anticipate we'll have another commissioner to fill the 5 seats, and I anticipate that within a month's time, when we have a next agendized meeting, that individual will be a part of the commission.
Great.
Cool.
We didn't have any minutes, right? Yeah, I didn't see any minutes. Okay. Now, now we adjourn the planning board meeting to Monday, September 9th, 2024 at 6 PM. The meeting will be held in person here at the council chambers at 275 East Olive Avenue. The public is invited to attend the meeting in person or view the meeting online or television. The public will be able to provide public comment in 3 ways. You can call in, or you can come in person, or you can go to www.burbankca.gov/ecomments. Thank you all for coming tonight and your participation.